ahead.
Let's go. It's showtime.
All right, showtime for the second half of the Mojo in the Morning show. If you missed any part of the early show, you actually can listen to it on our podcast. So every single thing that we did starting at 6 o'clock this morning is up right now on our podcast. You can go check it out right now. And make sure that you subscribe to the podcast or like our podcast or whatever you have to do. It's free. We don't charge for our podcast. So no matter what platform that you are on listening to the podcast, just search Mojo in the Morning. And then our after show podcast is the More Mojo podcast. So you can subscribe to both of those. And again, both of those are free. Coming up this hour on the show, we have Jingle Ball tickets. And also in about an hour from now, we're going to be giving away our first $1,000 of the day. Chance to win some cash and pay your bills. And I do want to just let you know that our trip a week that we're doing with Visit Florida will be back. But we are right now sending good thoughts to everybody down in Florida that is dealing with the hurricane that is coming their way, Hurricane Milton. And it yesterday upgraded to one of the fastest hurricanes, one of the probably most fierce hurricanes in a very, very long time.
Question for you.
Yes.
Is it like, will Helene be done by the time Milton lands, or will they combine?
Helene is already done.
It's done.
Yeah,
Okay,
Helene
gotcha.
already on.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm not a weatherman, but I think that was a week or so ago. But the remnants of it aren't done. That's the problem.
effects.
The problem is, I don't know if you watched any of the news coverage of this. All of the people that were hit by Hurricane Helene, they would go into their homes and businesses and take out anything that was damaged. And we're talking everything from appliances to furniture to literally drywall of the home. And they would put it in the front of their house. And the front of their house on the curb is where the city or the state would come and pick that stuff up. The problem is they didn't even have enough time in between these hurricanes to go pick up all of that stuff. So now the worry is that many of those things could become projectiles. That could be
scary.
It could be blowing in the wind. So I do not know. I've not listened. You know what? Hold on a second. I just want to see. I don't know if these guys are there, but
So you said Joe, Jed, and Ashley from the Joe Show. Where are they today?
So Joe, Jed, and Ashley are right now in 3 different places. So
Okay.
So they kept Joe closer in Orlando. They had Ashley and Jed. They all went to family. Here's the other thing too. I didn't know this stuff. Like I don't know this until you have a kid that watches or that lives there. I didn't know that basically when you are leaving, and this is one of the problems with hurricanes.
Worldwide on the iHeartRadio app.
Here they are. I don't know if I can play this or if it will screw up our rating stuff that we do, but I never knew that you could. Or what do you do? Like when you leave, like think about this. If somebody told you had to move out of your house and go leave, would you have the money to go and get a place to stay? Or do you know somebody that you can go stay with? So many of these people that are leaving their homes with no places to go.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're bringing this up.
And so I think that this is where a lot of times people are like, well, they live in Florida. They're having the greatest time ever. Or they live in, North Carolina. That's a great area or wherever it is. If you were told that in the home that you live in, that or whatever it is, apartment that you're living in, you had to leave. You have to evacuate. People don't evacuate not because they're dumb. They just don't know where the hell they're going to go.
Or they don't
Or
have the
have
money.
Yeah.
You can't. Not everybody can walk away from their job.
Yeah.
Not everybody, and not even like walk away from your job. Like some people will get fired for evacuating.
Well, and some of the people are essential. So a lot of them, like we learned this during COVID, a lot of people, they are they're hospital workers that they have to be there for this.
Mm-hmm.
And so or they work for, the local, police or fire or municipal areas. So, but I don't know if Joe will pick up while we're doing this thing because I know he is doing show and stuff. But what they do at their station, which is interesting, is when the hurricane is going, he's not going to answer. So I'll just tell him to call when he does have a moment. They all do live shows like we would do. Like if we were in hurricane, area, we would do our show. Jay would do his show. We would have. Oh, here you go. Here's Joe. Hey! I don't want to bother you, but I just wondered if we can get a hurricane update for and see how you guys are doing.
Well, we all evacuated, so there's that, which is a good thing.
So, quick question for you, because we were just discussing this right now. When you live in an area where this happens, and I know you've been there now, for what, 5 years has it been?
Yeah, it'll be 5 soon.
Which is how many? How many hurricanes that you've had to live through? Like 5, 6?
No, more than that. I don't know how many, but more than that. Yeah, a couple of years.
Each time you evacuate, you try to pick an area where it's not going to hit. This is one of those ones that's tougher, right? Because isn't Orlando usually your typical spot?
Yeah, typically, yeah. But the first time I've ever evacuated, we went to Kissimmee, which is like next to Orlando.
Yeah.
And it got hit, like the eye of the storm and everything. So it is kind of, you kind of can tell, but I don't know. I have a false sense of security in Orlando. I feel safe.
The problem is, and this is the other thing, we were just talking, Joe, on the air about not everybody has the means to be able to get up and evacuate. You can't put money in your gas tank, and getting hotels. The hotels require you to make a payment, and they don't do a, hey, if you don't come, you get your money back type thing, right?
Yeah, some now are. They weren't at first, but some now are allowing like cancellations. But what was I going to say? Yeah, some like there was like a Motel 6 that was like $1,500 for the night.
Oh my God.
That should not be allowed.
That's crazy.
It should be illegal. It really should. But as far as people not having everyone has the mean. I used to believe that everyone has the means somehow. You could even go to like Tropicana Field if you can't get out, and that's a safe place to evacuate. There are safe places.
And they've opened it up for people to come in and seek shelter?
Completely filled with like cots. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's
yeah, and then
which we all remember Hurricane Katrina. Remember when everybody went to the Superdome and stuff?
Yeah.
So Joe, when you're talking to your listeners, how are your listeners feeling about this?
This has been the most different like vibe, because last week we were affected by storm surge, and that was the most flooding in a really, really, really long time. So I think, like recency bias, but also just the way that the storm was headed completely like towards us, and it was east to west and not south to north. It just, people were kind of freaked out. I think people still are freaked out. People are definitely still freaked out. It is scary this year. It's scary this time.
Yeah. Well, we're all thinking of you guys, and obviously anybody that listens to us that because I got a ton of messages yesterday, because Chelsea and I talked about this a little bit on our podcast, and I got a ton of messages from people that listen in the western parts of the Carolinas. I was surprised how many people have family members that either live in the Detroit area or in Ohio. That are down towards the Carolinas that are affected by this, saying thank you for at least remembering us and talking about us. Because the problem is when a hurricane like this comes now, then all of a sudden people don't even remember. Name the hurricane 2 hurricanes ago. I don't know the name of it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that's kind of what we think about sometimes. That we got to remember this stuff. So we're thinking of you guys. I posted your guys' picture yesterday up on our social, and I know you saw it because you responded, but it's amazing.
It looked like a hurricane hit that photo. It was blurry on my end. I don't know if it was blurry on you.
I don't know.
Me, Joe.
I stole it from whatever social media I could steal it from. But I want our listeners, because you guys are such a part of our lives. Being obviously my son, but also you guys are on the air. Here and stuff, that we're thinking of you guys, and we're hoping and praying that this storm slows down somehow and doesn't become what they're saying that it is right now.
Yeah.
All right.
And Joe, shout out to you and the team, man, for raising all the money.
Oh my gosh,
was
that's
incredible.
incredible. Oh, you're over $100,000 now, aren't you?
Insane.
Yeah, over. I mean, over 100, but we're gonna need a lot more after this
Yeah.
too.
We got to get Bob and Rich to match y'all.
Did you? Kevin's willing to say that. I like that.
Double down.
Exactly. I'm sure that they'll do something. But at the end of the day, I mean, I feel horrible for the people that have not left, and for whatever reason that they did not leave. It's just scary for them. We're fine. We're safe. It's the people that didn't leave. I mean, there's FEMA dumping grounds all around Tampa right now, and they're trying to put the debris in different places, and now that debris is sitting in people's backyards, and I feel horrible for those people too, because they're sitting at home already having to deal with the hurricane, but now they gotta worry about 2x4s and doors and everything that will be flying around and could potentially hit their houses, and people who don't have coworkers who don't even have walls right now, and they now need to deal with another hurricane. So we're fine up here. I feel bad for everyone else.
All right. I love you, buddy. I'll check in with you later. Keep your phones charged.
Thanks,
and all
Joe.
that. Okay.
All right. Love you guys.
All right. Talk to you. That's the other thing too, is you don't even realize is like you can't be on you're going to lose power more than likely. So you can't sit there and be TikToking or trying to entertain yourself. It's almost like when a storm like this hits, you lose your mind basically waiting for the storm to end, hoping that you're still alive. And then afterwards, it's the aftermath for days and weeks and months to come.
So
Allison, what's going on? Hi.
Good morning, Mojo and crew.
Good morning, Allison.
Good morning. So I lived in the Florida Keys for 9 years.
Oh, geez, yeah.
The only hurricane I had to run from was Irma. And the Florida Keys is technically one way out and one way in, but there's really two. Nobody just knows the back way. But they use the back way for evacuation. The traffic is ridiculous trying to get out of there. Let alone, I heard you guys talking about like the price gouging and everything. It was ridiculous. The gas was like $4.50. You couldn't get gas. And trying to get a hotel was ridiculous. I got lucky because my son lives in Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So I ended up staying in Charleston. But I ended up having to leave Charleston because Irma was on her way there.
Yeah.
So I ended up going to Charlotte, and I got stuck in Charlotte for 5 days. And then I ended up going back to Charleston. And then my work called because I was working in a restaurant, and they said our restaurant was fine, and then I had come back, and I had to be back within like 24 hours.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is the people that leave, and then they're said, okay, now we can come back, or the storm moves a different way, and now you got to try to go back to work.
Out how to get home.
And yeah, no, that's tough. Well, I'm happy that you're alive and able to tell us that. What's up, Jennifer?
Hey, good morning.
Morning.
So my dad and my brother are county workers, and it is mandatory for you to stay and man hurricane stations. So then my mom's left to be at home or evacuate by herself, and my dad has to go and man. He's already just came back from the last one.
That is the thing that I've my friend Susan Ianni, her son John is a doc at Tampa General, and that's another one too. Is like his poor wife Susan and the kids have to like leave and go find somewhere to go, and he has to
him there,
and he has to stay on shifts and stuff. So yeah, and in your situation being a county worker, that is tough. You think about it, man. There are those that run into the fire, because that's their occupation, and there are all of us that try to hope that they're there for us. But well, we're keeping our eyes on this, and we're praying for you guys and praying for everybody that's there and your family members if you have family members down there.
This is the greatest Jingle Ball in history.
Jingle Ball.
Mojo's getting ready to deck the hall. Win tickets to Mojo's Jingle Ball. Presented by Capital One in minutes.
All right, Mojo in the morning. We're having a Halloween party. It's called. I almost said boobs and baddies. I got to be careful with the name of this thing because the first couple of days I forget, but it's Mojo's Booze and Baddies Halloween Party and costume contest, and we're having it at Eloise Asylum. And it's going to be fun. Yes, there will be lots of booze and there will be lots of baddies there. And you have a chance to win some money, $1,000 in the costume contest. We'll give you a chance for that coming up here in just a little bit. I screwed up. I was supposed to talk about it early, and Lydia is going to kill me now because she told me right before the show started, literally, hey, talk about this early, and I completely messed up. So if she says anything, tell her that I talked about it at like 6:20 when she went to the bathroom or something.
I heard you.
All right. All right, Mojo in the morning show. Halloween's just around the corner, and how many Halloween costumes do kids or costume ideas do kids go through?
There always comes a point with mine where I'm like, okay, is this your final choice? Because we are not changing it.
Yeah.
You make or buy a costume, and then 2 weeks before Halloween, they're like, I don't want to be that anymore. I want to go with my friends. But this year, there's an interesting discussion happening with Lucy's Halloween costume. So Luce decided she loves going on my Pinterest on my phone. And so she was searching for Halloween costume ideas, and she found this costume to be essentially like an Instagram influencer.
Okay.
And the costume is, how I think we had it for the radio station for the morning show before. It's like you print out on foam board. It looks like an Instagram post.
Yeah.
Where it's cut out and you're the picture.
It's cut out in the middle and you're the picture, and you can take pictures with people or whatever. We've done that for events. So she wanted it to be that, but she wanted everything to be personalized to her on there. So I went on Etsy and I had this made for little Lucy Grace for, her Halloween costume this year. And then a certain someone who shall go unnamed told me that the costume is not age appropriate. And that it is not a good idea for her to be this for Halloween. And we should brainstorm something else for her to be with her.
What was it not age appropriate? The idea
of her being an Instagram influencer.
Just period? Or was she going to be a certain type of influencer?
No, she's going to wear sunglasses and she wants to wear this pink sweatshirt and carry around this thing. Yeah. So I'm going, am I crazy for letting her be this? Because I think it's completely age appropriate. What are your thoughts on this?
Oh boy.
Help me with this
discussion. You're putting
discussion.
me in a weird spot.
I'm not putting you in a weird spot. You don't know who the unnamed person is.
Okay. All right.
I feel like she good. As long as she not out there twerking or it's not an OnlyFans filter, then I feel like she
doesn't even know what that is. She doesn't even have social media, nor does she know what OnlyFans is.
Well, isn't this interesting, though? Can I throw this out there without insulting? Because I don't want to insult.
I know exactly where you're going with this.
Aren't you kind of an Instagram influencer?
Oh, well, that's not where I thought you were going.
Oh.
Yes, and I said that.
You do Instagram influencing all the time, so are they saying that what you do is not appropriate?
Fair point.
Right.
I took that as a knock. Yes.
I think it was intended to be a knock.
We getting deep.
I just think it's a cute costume.
It is, and it's not inappropriate at all, or else you would be a terrible influence to your own child. It's also, yeah.
How old is Lucy?
She's 10.
So a lot of 10-year-olds go as Taylor Swift, dressed in Taylor Swift outfits.
Right.
I've seen kids do that.
Which she was last year.
Okay, and I've seen kids
She was Taylor Swift last year.
I've seen kids as Taylor Swift more risque dressed than what this costume sounds like. And I'm thinking to myself, is that a non-age appropriate thing? I'm wondering that.
Y'all up today.
You're like the pastor in a church sometimes.
Y'all are here. Y'all in the mind right now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know. All right. Hold on. Let me go to the listeners. We'll ask the listeners this. By the way, I don't think I ever had. I had costumes when I was a kid that probably nowadays would be considered canceled culture, canceled. You know what I mean? I think I was a homeless guy once when I was a kid. That was my costume. They called them hobos. Yeah. And I was sitting there walking around with my.
That was a popular costume.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Which now you look back at and go, oh God, that.
But can I be honest?
Excuse me.
Can I be honest with you?
That was a popular costume.
When you're a kid, that was it. It was oh, Mom, what are you going to dress up as? I'm going to wear Dad's old, clothes. Yeah. And what's up, Jen? How you doing?
I'm good. I don't think Lucy's costume's inappropriate
whatsoever. I would like to talk about my children, though.
Why?
And Halloween, because I'm so into like family themed costumes. I don't care how cliche they are. I think they're amazing. And my kids always give me like the hardest time every single year. They're like, I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. But anyways, this year it just so happens that my husband's not going to be here for Halloween, and the kids take it upon themselves to come up with a family theme costume.
Oh, no. So he's out of the family theme. He can't be part of the thing.
Yes. So the 1 year.
My complaint about the family theme is I'm always the dummy in the family theme, and I don't like that. What's up, Sonia?
Hi. I just wanted to say I think if this was like a school project for a role model or what you want to be when you grow up, it would be, not age appropriate, maybe not a good idea, but for a Halloween costume, I think it's fine.
So
Why not?
But why?
Yeah.
I just don't think, I think you would want different, it's my personal values, right? So I wouldn't want my kid to aspire to be maybe an Instagram influencer.
Okay, wow.
Would you rather you want what?
Everybody in this room is so offended.
What do you? I'll be honest with you. I don't want my kid to do this radio thing too, but whatever we do. What do you want them to be? Like a doctor or a police officer or
I'm Pakistani, of course, I'd love them to do that. But really, as long as they're like fully happy, I guess made them like.
Sonia, I get where you're going.
Okay with it,
I get where you're going, but it's Halloween. It's and that's the difference here. It's pretend. She's.
Yeah.
I don't know, and maybe I am in the wrong, and that's why I'm bringing this up. Like I really want to get everybody's opinion, because I'm going into this going, I don't think there was anything wrong with. I don't know.
Tony, you wanted to ask Shannon a question?
Well, I was just wondering, what was the unnamed person's reasoning? Was it like
not age appropriate?
But like, okay, there's an unhealthy relationship with social media with children in particular. And so is it related to that, or is it...
Maybe, I don't know.
Imagine it's the appearance.
That's actually not a bad point.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't get that deep with it.
Not satisfied with that answer.
No, I'm sorry.
Tony,
I don't know.
What do you think? Would you let your kid be an Instagram influencer? At 11 years old.
Well, my kids are even younger than that, but it's a really tough one. I mean, I would have the discussion with her mom. I understand the resistance to it. I mean, when you look at them, though, whatever they're wearing, you think the first thought is, oh, that's cute. But I wouldn't want my children, I try to be careful. I don't want them thinking certain things are important in life that,
sure.
At this age, I don't want them.
Yeah, and I get that.
It ain't that deep for me.
Maybe
I'm wrong, though.
But see, that was my part of the conversation. Is it's just Halloween?
Yeah.
Like we're, to Sonia's point, the previous caller, we're not talking about what you want to be when you grow up.
Right.
It's just a costume.
Just like if Joe, that's what I'm about to say. If Joe want to be Scream, I don't think he's gonna like aspire to kill people when he grows up.
You know
what I mean? Like he's not gonna be child's play.
Right.
He wants to be.
Although I got to be honest with you, whenever they say you can be this costume, but you can't have the weapon, it makes me say it's not the full costume.
Exactly. I need a knife, bro.
Deanna, what's up?
Hey everyone, Shannon, let Lucy wear the dang on costume. I just feel like adults have this thing where they want to push their own agenda to kids, and I believe in childhood innocence. I don't think Lucy is looking at it as a bad thing. It's just, and you already said she's not even on social media, so she doesn't even necessarily know all the bad things that's on there. It's just a costume. Whatever adult is trying to push their own agenda on her is taking away the childhood innocence behind it. I don't see anything wrong with the costume personally. My daughter is 13. If she wanted to be a social media influencer, I would let her. Just like these kids want to wear Pennywise or these other things.
Which is a costume I said no to, by the way. Smith has wanted to be Pennywise for the past 3 years, and I said no, not appropriate. So,
so like having a cardboard cutout and she's wearing appropriate clothing isn't major to me. Like these kids are wearing makeup at younger ages, and I think that's a little too much. So a costume, no.
I actually think the biggest problem with the costume is she's going to have to carry around that daggone cardboard cutout all night. She's going to ditch that after like 4 houses.
You're going to have to carry it.
To play devil's advocate for a second, you said no Pennywise for Smith
because
it wasn't appropriate. do you then sit there and go, all right, now we're reevaluating? Like, does it ever make you like? I know that there's the violence and all the rest of that stuff compared to this.
Yeah.
I mean, because
I just, when he started asking me to be Pennywise, and if you don't know who Pennywise is, it's the clown from the movie It, which is just terrifying. He started asking if he could be that when he was 5 years old. And I said, you cannot wear that to preschool.
Right.
Like, you can't, that costume
You will
is
look
just
like
not.
the parent that lets
No.
your
And then
kid
last year he
watch
asked
everything.
again, and I said, no, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't see anything wrong with that either.
Yeah.
That's just me, though.
Nisha, this is interesting. Nisha, what was it that you guys went as when you were kids?
Oh, no, it was not me. It was my brother and his best friend. And this was 20-something years ago. And my brother was Ike Turner, and his best friend was Letty Turner.
No.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God.
Walked up to my porch with a bunch of kids that were in front of them. And so if Lucy wants to be an Instagram influencer, I mean, you're talking about inappropriate.
That is hilarious. Eat the cake, anime. He had to say that every door.
Oh, you're so. Andrea, listen to this one. Andrea, what is your son? How old? First off, how old is your son?
He's 14.
And what does he want to be this year for Halloween?
He wants to be the Hawk Tua girl.
Oh my! No.
That's where I draw the line.
So I don't know how he's 6 months late on this, but he just discovered it, and absolutely not. I told him I'm going to ground him if I hear the word Hawk Tua come out of his mouth.
Amanda, what's up? It's Mojo in the Morning.
I just want to provide a different perspective because I am an influencer and I have 1.2 million followers, and it is like a full-blown business. Like, I have 3 full-time employees. Like, it is so much more than people give it credit for, and it has been completely life-changing for our family. And so, yes, like, there's a stereotype for everything, but, like, I think absolutely, Shannon, you should let Lucy do her thing because it has been incredible for us, and I don't know. Hearing everybody talk bad about it, I'm like, nobody has any clue.
Yeah, it's honestly worse to judge someone for what they do for a living than to tell them not to wear the costume. Like, why are you holding so much resentment towards something you know nothing about?
What do you do for influence? What do you influence?
So my handle is Come Stay a While, but I do like DIY and home renovation stuff, basically teaching women how to use power tools. And
I love that. That's so cool.
I was going to ask
I feel like I already follow you.
Yeah, how do you just spell it?
More like inspirational and stuff, but like I'm a businesswoman, and like it has changed our lives, and so I would.
Oh my God, your bio is so cute. Stressing out my husband, one fearless DIY project at a time.
That's amazing. How long did it take you to build up to 1.2 million followers?
It's been 4 years.
That's great.
Good for you.
That's amazing. Lillian's daughter is going to dress up as somebody very, very famous. Maybe Lucy can steal this idea. Who is that, Lillian?
Hi, I'm calling because we actually met this person a couple weeks ago, and my daughter is going to be Megan Nick for Halloween.
Wait, what?
What is she going to wear?
Stop it.
Yeah, I was going to send her the picture. We met her at an event recently. It was actually our cheerleading team met her, and she's like in love with Megan, so now we have to order the wig. And
oh my God, that is so great.
Give Lydia your number so that we can have her come in studio to take a picture with the Megan Mick.
That is so great.
I have Megan's number from when she sent me the music, so I was going to text her over the photo.
Okay, perfect. No, it's perfect, but we should have them come in studio. This is the Howell cheerleading squad, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, we love you guys.
Tell her I said hi and that I love her.
Say hi to Megan.
Hi. Hi, my love. I hope you get so much candy this year.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll send you guys the photo when I have it. She'd love to come in. We've got the wig and the nose ring and all of that in her.
You gotta get her a tattoo for her arm too.
And don't forget the Red Bull.
Yellow can.
Okay, I'm gonna let her out of her at school. Thanks, guys.
Bye. We'll see you. Take care.
I was going to be Mojo for Halloween, but I couldn't find an a-hole costume on Amazon.
This is Mojo in the Morning.
All right, we're going to give you Jingle Ball tickets right now. 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. Again, slower. 844-665-6548. 95th caller's going to the Channel 955 Detroit Jingle Ball, presented by Capital One, starring Jack Harlow, Teddy Swims, and Jason Derulo.
Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
All right, get a look at what's trending right now. Shannon, what you got?
So we just talked about this, but I do want to play you a couple of things in regards to what is happening down in Florida right now with the impending arrival of Hurricane Milton. Tampa Bay Mayor Jane Castor is saying, please, please, please heed the calls to evacuate.
There's never been one like this. And this, Helene was a wake-up call. This is literally catastrophic. And I can say without any dramatization whatsoever, if you choose to stay in one of those evacuation areas, you're going to die.
Wow.
Yeah, and she just emphasized that attempting to ride out the storm, and she said would, not could, would prove fatal. So the time to flee is now. And I mean, Helene was bad. Its storm surge was about 6 feet. They are predicting that the storm surge for Milton could be between 10 and 12 feet. It is already the second strongest Gulf hurricane in recorded history. Winds already upwards of 180 miles per hour. There was an NBC affiliate yesterday, and for the life of me, I can't remember which one I pulled this from, but they were talking to a longtime weatherman, a longtime meteorologist named John Morales.
Yeah, he was on the national MSNBC show.
Man,
he's the NBC guy in Tampa.
Older gentleman, obviously been doing this for years and years, and was just overcome with emotion yesterday talking about this.
It's just an incredible, incredible, incredible hurricane. It has dropped. It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I apologize. This is just horrific.
Wow.
It scares me. When you see that reaction, when he's looking at the map of its course and tracking its course, scary. Some big name celebrities are quietly paying off victims to avoid being publicly named in the lawsuits related to the Diddy case. Attorney Tony Busby, you've heard that name. He's the guy who's representing more than 120 alleged victims, said that some big name stars are about to be sued by his firm. He's giving them a chance to settle up before the claims hit public court. So some celebrities have opted to settle. Now, Busby will separately be lodging a slew of lawsuits, including lawsuits on behalf of 25 minors involved with Diddy. Beginning this month, he has first sent out demand letters notifying others who will be sued in addition to Diddy, so people who were related to this. And he said he will also be aggressively going after anybody who saw this alleged abuse happening and failed to act to protect the victims.
Wouldn't it be interesting,
especially in the case of the minors?
To know who these celebrities are that are trying to do that.
Yeah.
Although, you know what? I believe that eventually it comes out. I mean, the Harvey Weinstein stuff, I mean, a lot of that was paid under the table. Some of the celebrities and stuff that were even part of his little crazy game. Some of the other
Ronan
movie
Farrow
executives
blew the lid off of that one with his podcast and his book.
Can I also say that this is where, like, and it does bother me that this doesn't happen. This is where good journalism is sadly not used anymore, because these, like, it used to be like magazine writers or newspaper writers or even like TV networks had really good journalists that would for years work on one case, and this would be the case. And now many of these TV networks have nobody that's working for them, and they're firing everybody and stuff, and the magazines are no longer because people aren't reading them. But this is where almost like TikTok kind of screwed things up for us, because everything is easy on TikTok to do. And nowadays, if somebody puts it on TikTok, you think it's fake. Where if you had a journalist that was still able to go out there and do the investigative report, this Diddy thing would have been exposed years ago.
Yep.
Like, I really
Great
believe
point.
that a lot of that stuff, and the fact that we haven't seen the Epstein stuff. I'm telling you, there's got to be a journalist that goes behind and tells us why we're not seeing this Epstein stuff.
I mean, he's been doing this since the 90s when I feel like there were journalists. So I don't know if it's what you're saying is absolutely correct.
You needed a Ronan Farrow back in the
but
day.
I'm saying it's
Harvey
people
Weinstein,
in the 90s, bro.
I think Harvey Weinstein would be free and clear right now if he was 20 years younger, so to speak.
My point is, people knew.
Yeah.
That's my point.
And nobody's saying anything.
Yeah, like, to your point, everybody talks about it, right? Like, Courtney Cox was talking about, not Courtney Cox, Courtney Love was talking about Harvey Weinstein, and Justin Bieber was talking about Diddy. And, like, there are
Wendy
people
Williams was talking about Diddy
that
a long
have
time
been
ago.
super vocal about it, too, and I think it really just comes down to power, money, and who's in the videos.
Yeah.
And all the ties behind the scenes, the ties.
You can't run forever, bro.
Some juicy gossip about reality star Brittany Cartwright. Apparently, she started secretly hooking up with one of her estranged husband, Jax Taylor's friends, shortly after they separated. And yes, this drama will play out on season 2 of their reality show, The Valley. After the stars announced their split a couple of months ago, Brittany began a physical relationship with basketball player turned actor Julian Sensley, who used to work the door at Vanderpump Rules affiliated bar Tom Tom. You know about him if you watch the show. It was short-lived. In real life, their romance is already donezo, but still not good. And when Jax found out about this, he freaked out, which contributed to his desire to seek mental health treatment, I'm told. And the cost of buying a Mega Millions ticket, it sometimes is billions, but Mega Millions ticket will soon more than double. Right now, a ticket will cost you $2. Come April, that price is going to increase to $5 per ticket. Lottery officials say they are confident that players won't mind paying more because the changes will lead to larger prizes, larger payouts, and more frequent winners. Now,
we'll see.
Powerball is keeping everything the same. So that's going to be $2 for a Powerball ticket. But again, come April, $5 if you want to get a Mega Millions ticket. That's a lot.
That's a crazy amount. And the mind trick is, people will look at that and say, oh, if it's going to be $5, then a lot of people won't actually buy it, so my chances are higher.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
Yep.
Before you end, can we do one last story? Because we haven't talked about it in over an hour. Can we do?
The Tigers won again.
Do you guys see that?
You know the Tigers won again. For real. You know
The Tigers won again. Actually, the Tigers tied their series against the Cleveland Guardians. Kerry Carpenter in the ninth.
A 3-run home run. Kerry Carpenter. The Tigers up 3-0 as Carpenter, an emphatic, towering fly ball home run.
Isn't that unbelievable?
If we had to split the series, I'm glad we won game 2 so we can come home with that momentum.
Yeah.
We could actually win this thing at home if we just,
that'd be credible.
I think this is destiny, don't you guys?
Got a little emotional.
You got emotional like that weatherman.
3-0 Tigers win game 2, and we head back to the Motor City, all tied in one apiece.
Oh my God.
All right, for all today's dirty, catch up on the podcast on the free iHeartRadio app or mojointhemorning.com.
Go. Celebrity Dirt. Directly from the source. It's Mojo in the Morning's Dirty on the 30.
Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Teresa, are you there?
Hi. Yeah, I am.
Is it Teresa or Teresa?
Yes.
Teresa. It's Teresa, right? Teresa. Teresa.
We were not expecting that.
She phonetically spelled it for me up there.
Oh, well, thank you.
Teresa, you're a winner going to Jingle Ball.
First of all, I'm a first-time caller, but I listened.
Teresa on the phone.
Then you.
And my son and I have tried every morning. He just went to Riff Fest. We go to Kid Bop. He loves concerts. He's 5 and he's going into kindergarten, but he wants to say, go ahead. Say thank you, Mojo. Thank you, Mojo.
Oh my God, this kid's so darn cute. You guys have to be winners. Congratulations to you. Hang on the phone. We'll get you set up. Jingle Ball tickets are on sale right now to see Jack Harlow, along with along with Teddy Swims, Jason Derulo, and a whole bunch more. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com for as low as $35 a piece. Hang on the phone.
Thank you.
I hate to do this because that little cutie's there, but he won't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Am I the A-hole is coming up here now. Oh, he does? Okay. All right.
I'm that mom that took her 5-year-old to see Deadpool. So
yeah. Wow. We love you.
Well, tell him that Am I the A-hole is coming up in just moments. Don't go anywhere.
Oh, man. Should have deleted those texts you meant to delete. Wake up. Another world-famous War of the Roses happens at 9:40 on Mojo in the Morning. Wake up.
From the Staples Traffic Center.
We'll get a look at traffic and weather on Channel 955. Detroit's home for War of the Roses. It's an hour from now. You'll hear it.
It's going to be another gorgeous fall day, 844, 46 degrees at the moment. We are going to see lots of sunshine today and a high of 67. We have a brand new accident, 12 mile just west of Evergreen. Some stop and go traffic. 94 eastbound between Mount Elliott and Connor. An accident in the left lane. 75 southbound at Elm. And you've got about a 20-minute delay, 94 westbound between Kazoo and Mount Elliott Street. That's your Channel 955 traffic on the in the morning.
Channel 955.
An iHeartRadio station.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Turn my mic on here. It is National Orthodontic Health Month this October. And I know you all celebrate that. Actually, you know what? This is just a good reminder. And I like that Dr. Reynolds is doing this. Jamie's come up with this, that it's so important for you to think about your smile and your orthodontic care. And if you haven't already thought about, braces, as young as 7 years old to being an adult, it's never too late. And actually, I recently did this about a year ago, and I'm going through the journey right now with Spark Clear aligners. It has been a transforming process for me to be able to be more confident in my smile again. And if you're looking for an orthodontist that's going to care about you and offer you skilled professionals that will know exactly what to do, and they don't, take advantage of you when it comes to cost. I've seen these guys help out so many different families, single moms that want to put braces on their kids, but, are struggling, just want to make ends meet. They'll do whatever they can to get your child into braces and get you into them too. Reynolds Orthodontics. Go to myamazingsmile.com. That's myamazingsmile.com.
Question for you. Would you rather pay $150 a month or $15 a month to work out with the same high-quality gym equipment? At Planet Fitness, you can get top-tier equipment for $15 a month. Plus, save $28 or more when you join now during our Strong Choice sale. Our weights weigh the same, you just don't pay the same. Enjoy free fitness training and 24-hour access at most clubs, all in the judgment-free zone. Join Planet Fitness today and save $28 or more when you join for $1 down, $15 a month, cancel anytime. Deal ends October 10th. See club for details.
I'm Dan Campbell, head coach of the Detroit Lions. Grit, honesty, hustle, these things are important to me. And that's why I partnered with the Bernsteins. They work quickly to make things right after an accident. They do it with compassion and integrity, and they do it for Michigan families like yours. That's why calling Sam is the best call you can make if you're injured in an accident. The Bernsteins, great family, great lawyers. If you're injured in an accident, get the Bernstein Advantage.
Injured? 1-800-CALL-SAM.
I'm Kamala Harris, candidate for president, and I approve this message. So many of you have told me about your plans for the future. Starting a business, buying a home, retiring near your grandchildren. But prices are too high. So let me tell you what I will do about it as president. I will take on price gouging. I will lower the cost of healthcare insurance. We cap the cost of insulin at $35 a month for seniors. I'm running to do that for everyone. And I will provide new down payment assistance to first-time home buyers and tax benefits to people who want to start their own business. Donald Trump, well, he wants to give more tax breaks to the wealthy, whereas I will cut taxes for the middle class instead. Because I know working people want to do more than just get by. You want to get ahead, and that's the future you deserve. And that is what I will focus on every day as your president. Paid for by Harris for President.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer Sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths have ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair's gone, all thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
Sargent Appliance is the destination for all of your home appliance needs. So if you're looking for a new home appliance, you need Sargent Appliance. Skip the big box stores. Let their staff help you make the best decision for your family's lifestyle and your budget. They're a third-generation Michigan family-owned business with over 70 years of experience. 3 convenient locations, downtown Rochester, Macomb, and Clinton Township. Find out more at sargentappliance.com. Sargentappliance.com, quality appliances for less.
4 nights, 8 chefs, a one-of-a-kind culinary experience. Join Our Detroit for the Savor Detroit Dinner Series October 14th through 17th. Each night, 2 of Detroit's top chefs will craft an unforgettable 5-course meal paired with hand-selected wines. Enjoy live music and an art silent auction benefiting COTS Detroit. This year's chefs are from The Apparatus Room, La Strada Italian Kitchen and Bar, She-Wolf, Oak and Reel, Park, The Dixboro Project, Joe Muir Seafood, and Freya. Tickets are limited. Reserve your spot at SavorDetroit.com.
We're going abroad for the first time in years. To Spain. So we started using Babbel.
And started learning Spanish fast.
With Babbel, you can start having conversations in another language in just 3 weeks.
¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cómo te llamas?
When you learn a language, you want to actually use it. Babbel is designed with that goal in mind.
In just 3 weeks, we're starting to have conversations in Spanish. Gracias, Babbel.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Attention Michiganders. This year, the candidates we elect to our state Supreme Court could rule on our abortion rights. The ACLU Voter Education Fund does not endorse or oppose candidates, but wants you to make an informed decision. Kyra Harris Bolden and Kimberly Ann Thomas are endorsed by Planned Parenthood advocates as, quote, champions of abortion rights. Groups that strongly oppose abortion rights have endorsed Andrew Fink and Patrick O'Grady. Also, an important word about these elections. Supreme Court candidates are not included in the straight ticket option and must be selected independently. You must find them in the nonpartisan section of the ballot, typically at the bottom or on the back page. Many people accidentally miss this important section of the ballot. Don't forget to find the Supreme Court election on your ballot and to make an informed decision. Paid for by ACLU Voter Education Fund, 125 Broad Street, New York, New York, 10004, 212-549-2500. Not authorized by a candidate or candidates committee.
ACLU Voter Education Fund is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like digital coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
This week, save on Private Selection Angus 90% lean ground sirloin. 16-ounce packages are on sale for $4.99 each with your card and digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Elevate your lifestyle with state-of-the-art technology living. Discover more at FHSLiving.com.
More Mojo in seconds.
All right, I want to tell you about TicketFixPro.com. The attorneys at TicketFixPro.com can help you out if you're facing any misdemeanor or felony charges. We talk all the time about how TicketFixPro.com can fix your tickets, but they can help you out and keep you out of jail. You got to go check out what TicketFixPro.com's Google reviews are. People love these guys. They've helped so many people get out of problems when it comes to any kind of DUIs. You want to get a DUI dismissed? You want these guys. Go to TicketFixPro.com. That's TicketFixPro.com. Make sure that you check out the attorneys at TicketFixPro.com.
This report is sponsored by Indeed.com.
Partly sunny and a high of 64 today. Tomorrow, sunshine and temps in the low 60s.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates all from one place. And Indeed's interview tool lets you schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
This hour of Mojo in the Morning is powered by FHSLiving.com, where luxury meets lifestyle.
Thanks for listening to Channel 955 on our free iHeartRadio app and for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Search Mojo in the Morning on our free iHeartRadio app and listen to the show podcast anytime, anywhere. Free never sounded so good.
Live from the Planet Fitness Studios. Break a sweat, not the bank.
This hour on Channel 955, powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto accident attorneys. Visit Autolaw.com.
That's Autolaw.com.
This is your favorite president, Donald Trump. And frankly, I'd rather debate Shannon on life's challenges over a nice glass of wine. Or scotch. This is Mojo in the Morning.
Mojo in the Morning Show. Good to have you guys here with us. Phone number 844-MOJO Live, 844-665-6548. Text is 95500. If you do text the show and you got a good comment, look for us to call you because we want to get you on the radio with us. And then tell us if you're a first-time, long time. Tell us if you're a first-time listener. We would love to recognize you for that. I had a moment. Has anybody ever done this before? Have you ever had sex and then right after sex, you did something, said something, or something came up that ended up getting you in a fight? Like you guys just had this great moment and then the moment completely gets changed by either something that is said or a fight that gets brought up from the past. I'm always surprised at the post-sex fights that happen. And this might be the dumbest one ever, but after having sex, I looked over at Chelsea and said, you know, you need to do that more often.
You did that.
I did. It just felt so like, it was just such I didn't mean it in a bad way. I meant it as, you know what, we just need to, like, I meant
Were you talking about something specific or just sex in general?
No, I was just talking about sex in general. I was just like, this is so great. It's like, you know, you didn't do that more often. Like, kind of like that's
you.
But it's, I know. I learned that. Right? I learned from my mistakes, believe me. But it's one of those situations where you go, God, you're so, the euphoria of the moment makes you not think straight. It's like, you know, getting excited when your team wins a game or whatever. But I would like to know, what did they say after sex, or what caused you guys to fight after sex? Like, what was said or what did they do that caused you to get into a fight after sex? And this can be anything. It doesn't have to be current. It could be something in the past that maybe you remember that might be kind of funny. I want a good bunch of stories on this one, Lydia. I want to get some good calls on this.
Man, the craziest thing for me, and it's not even crazy. It's funny you mentioned things that you don't have to say, because my situation wasn't anything that I said. It's when you get up too fast and like go to the bathroom. Like,
right afterwards.
Like literally.
And
like,
you don't give a cuddle. You don't even give
exactly. Like,
do you like to cuddle, or are you the guy that gets up and leaves?
I'm trying to go wipe off.
You
like,
wait, so
the moment you get up too quickly, that's an argument.
So you go. Or how quick you turn the television on.
Yes, that's another one.
It's like, hold on a second.
Yep.
But wait,
I think Scott Van Pelt is on. Wait, what's that?
Why aren't you going to the bathroom quickly? That's kind of a necessity.
Oh, I go to the bathroom immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you get mad about that?
To his point, some people like to cuddle, or you want that moment where we're together.
I cuddle after I pee.
All right. I mean, y'all different.
No, we're women.
That's
I was with
a necessity.
I was with a woman.
We have outies, you have innies. That's the reason why. You got to
take a cuddle, bro.
That first, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm just talking about like medically.
Yeah, we get sick if we don't.
We got to pee.
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
You're looking at me.
They have to pee right afterwards. It causes them to pee.
We'll get sick.
They can get a urinary tract infection.
For sure. For sure. But I'm just saying.
I was trying to think.
Immediately after, y'all just running to use the bathroom.
Yeah. Yes.
I pretty much.
Right.
And then I love cuddling, but I just like I have to do that.
Yeah.
Jackie.
Okay.
Hey, good morning, y'all.
Good morning. What was it that caused the fight right after sex?
Oh my God. So I was involved with this younger man, and everyone was saying he was using me for money, and I didn't want to believe it. And we were having sex, and before it was like the moment of climax, and he's like, "Oh, are you going to give me $5,000 after this?"
He had asked you for $5,000 beforehand?
Oh, no, he didn't. He knew that it was the moment to ask. Like, she's going to say yes to anything.
Wow. They asked you. What did he need $5,000 for?
Oh, just because he was a user. He was using me. He thought I was going to be his sugar mama, and he was like, "You have money. I need $5,000."
Oh, my God. I can't believe that guy. But how good was that? A $5,000 worth orgasm. What about this one here? I like this. We get into a fight all the time because he reaches for his phone right after we have sex.
Ooh, I bet that's a popular one. And yes, that would bother me big time.
Call that person and see how much of a bad habit that is. Brian, hi.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, buddy? We're talking about what caused the fight right after sex.
Very good. First time, long time.
Hey, buddy. By the way, I should say that after sex. First time, long time. What's going on?
Legit, I called her by my ex's name, and it was regarding a certain style that my ex liked.
Whoa.
And yeah, there wasn't no style after that for a while.
Wow. That not a smart move. We have the War of the Roses coming up, and that War of the Roses is pretty similar to that. Shelby, how you doing?
Hi, how's it going?
Good. We're talking about what caused a fight after you guys had sex.
So this is actually the opposite. It did not cause a fight, but I love sharing this story because the first time we ever had sex, my husband and I, we've been together 13 years, he mushroom stamped me.
What does that mean? Do tell.
Can we?
It's when you put a certain body part that
Okay.
you look like a mushroom.
Okay. All right. All right. We're done. Thank you for the call. We appreciate it. I'll Google it. I will Google it. That's wonderful. Yes. Lydia, my sweet Lydia, that, by the way, that she goes to church, Bible studies a couple of days a week. What's up, Nick? Hi.
Hey.
Nick, we're talking about what caused the fight right after you had sex.
Well, we were just finishing up, and I went and popped a gum into my mouth, and she got very offended because she's like, "Oh, did I taste bad or something?"
Wait, hold on a second. So she was upset that you were trying to get the minty fresh taste in your mouth. I could see that and I'm not going to read too much into it. And Kevin, nor are you. You're going to be quiet and just giggle. I want you to laugh. I just want to
That means he does not trust you in this moment.
I want you to be Santa Claus and give me just a ho 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 laughter in the background. But that's pretty. Would that insult you, Shannon?
Yeah, it would. I always get, maybe not insulted is the right word, but I always get like anxious if Wes is around me and all of a sudden like pulls out some gum or a Listerine strip or something, because I think that means that I have bad breath, and he is like trying to show me like, yes, you need one too, even though usually he's like, and I want gum or I want a Listerine strip, but I always take that as it's you.
Yeah. And I think we all are reading into that thing that
we all read into it.
We all know. Yeah. What's up, Elizabeth?
Okay.
Hi.
Turn the football game off.
Wait. What did he do?
Because I was doing my thing, and I look down at him, and he's looking at the game.
Oh no, that's a big one. You're having sex, and he's looking around your body instead of looking at you because he wants to see what the TV screen looks like. What game are we talking about? Was it any random game, or was it a Lions football game?
Football game.
So it was a random game?
Lions football game.
A Lions football. Okay, then you know what? I'll give him the okay. If this was a court of law, you guys should have been facing the other way. That should have been the thing.
I have learned to turn the TV off.
Yeah,
off.
We like sound, you know what I mean? So sometimes the sound has to be whatever's on the TV. What's up, Noah?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What's going on?
Hey, long-time listener, first-time caller.
Hey, give it to him. What's going on? We're talking about what caused the fight after sex.
Yeah, so one time my ex, after we got done having sex, said, "Oh, that was way better than my ex." And I was like, okay, so what you're telling me is every other time wasn't better than your ex.
Oh, God. That is, by the way, to a guy, it's like, it makes you just lose it all. What's up, Angela?
Hi, yes. My watch went off during, and it lights up after it goes off, and he thought I checked my watch.
Oh, geez. What did the watch go off for?
I don't really remember. It might have been a text message, but it was like it lit up and it lights up the whole room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know what you should have done?
Mood.
If it is a text message and you don't want to be upset, tell them it's your heart rate monitor. It's going up saying that your heart rate hit a certain rate.
Right. That's a good one. But yeah.
By the way, speaking of that, Chelsea and I were having an argument one time, and my heart rate monitor thing went up on my Apple Watch.
Stop.
That's how much of an argument we were having with each other. What's up, Dream?
Yo.
Hi, buddy.
What's up?
Man, we're doing good. We're talking about sex. Anytime we can talk, we're talking about sex.
Let's talk about sex, baby.
You're talking about sex.
What was the thing that caused the fight after sex?
So typically, I'm a man's man, and afterwards, I'm the one who always grabs the wipe up rag.
See,
so this time, I was like, I want to be wiped down. I did a good job. I deserve it.
Okay. All right.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
Yeah. I think you got to help your lady out first. I think you have to be a gentleman. It's like opening the door. You got to open the door. Again, you're just giggling.
This is different.
You're just a giggler.
I can't giggle on this one, man. I'm with my man.
Don't you have to go to the bathroom?
I'm sorry.
I mean, not every time.
I'm sorry, Dream. You are no dream.
now.
You're a nightmare.
Am I the a-hole now?
Yes, yeah. We don't even need to do Am I the A-hole today. We got you. Suzanne, what's going on?
Hey, good morning. I was once with a guy who, after sex, his mom called him, and I knew that he was a mama's boy, but he picked up the phone and he answered his mom's call.
Are you kidding me?
Oh gosh.
No.
He answered the phone during sex?
It was after, literally right after. Call me, Mom.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It was right after I got up, picked up my things, and walked out.
What was he? Was he Italian?
No, he was not Italian.
Dog can't even answer his mama phone?
Not when you're having sex.
She said it was over.
Not right after.
Yeah.
But like we're still together. We're cuddling. It's aftercare. We're kissing.
Did he have a whole conversation? Because I'm a fan of just, hey, you good?
I don't know. I got up. I got upset. I got up and I left.
Round two.
I was like, you can stay with your mom.
You want to have round two. You don't want to have mom in
She
there.
wasn't the one anyway.
I like this one. Hold on. Brittany or Britt, you there?
I am.
What caused the fight during sex or after? Hold on a second. I got it. Wait, real quick. I got to dump that. And I'm dumping it because you just said the biggest F-bomb I've ever heard any woman say on this radio show. So you cannot say F-bombs on the air. So he says he can't look at you when he's having sex because it makes him become a 2-second Tom?
And I can't stand it either way. So if he's looking at me, he's already finished. And if his eyes are closed and I'm talking, I don't know. I just hate it.
Would you as a woman be upset if the guy wouldn't look at you while you're having sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's interesting. But you get the idea, though, don't you? You get the idea that.
I get where he's coming from.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I get the idea that he wants the lovemaking to last longer for you and be good, but if he's not looking at you, who's he thinking about?
It's not even that. Like sometimes I'm not feeling my best. It's like when you leave the lights.
I know it's my voice while we're,
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, I want to look at me so I could feel that part too.
Yeah. Well, you want to see his eyes. You want to see what's going on. Quick question for you: what if he tells you? And this is one for Brittany. I don't want her to swear though. What if he tells you, please don't talk while you're having sex? He doesn't want to hear your voice.
He's never said that, though. He likes it, and I think that's what makes it faster.
You hear her? She changed her voice when I said that. Did you notice that?
Oh, yeah.
It was just before. Do you have a different, this is a good question. Do you have a different in-bedroom voice compared to your out-of-bedroom voice?
Like this.
It does not. There's no way, because you changed your voice a second ago. You were.
No, I'm very dominant.
Okay. All right. Well, I heard that in that F-bomb you said. That F-bomb might be the juiciest F-bomb I've ever heard in my life. Usually people say it and it just like, boom. Yours, I literally almost, I think my heart rate monitor went up on your F-bomb.
That ain't the only thing that went up.
All right. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Taken.
All right. We'll see you. Kevin, by the way, behaved himself on this one. Good job, Kevin.
I was chilling.
Thank you.
WKQI Detroit, WSNX Muskegon, Grand Rapids, WVKS Toledo. 3 great stations, 1 stupid show. This is Mojo in the Morning, live.
All right, before we get into Am I the A-hole, I'm going to give you a word to win $1,000 here right now.
Mojo in the Morning has your shot at $1,000 now. Pay Your Bills is on.
The word to win and pay your bills, we'll do it twice this morning and then throughout the day too, is grand, G-R-A-N-D. Go to our website, mojointhemorning.com, enter that word up on our website for a shot at $1,000 to pay your bills. The word is grand, G-R-A-N-D. Go enter that up on mojointhemorning.com so that you can get your bills paid. giving you a chance to win thousands and thousands of dollars. Actually, so far we've done millions of dollars with this contest. It's unbelievable. Pay your bills. iHeartRadio and Mojo in the Morning participating. It's time now for Am I the A-Hole on the Mojo in the Morning show. This is what we're asking you to do for Am I the A-Hole. We want you to go to our iHeartRadio app. Send us a talkback on the iHeartRadio app where you can tell us quickly if you think that you're being an a-hole for whatever it might be. Try to keep it down to like less than 30 seconds if you can. So simple as that, just say, hey, am I an a-hole for blah, 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 whatever the situation is. And then when you do that, I want you to do me a favor, okay? I want you to leave it there and then give us at the end of your talkback, your quick talkback, your phone number so that we can get you on this show for Am I the A-Hole?
It should say it too, though. If you have an account with iHeart, it should have your phone number already there. But just in case, tell us your phone number so that we can call you.
By the way, the talkbacks, great way to communicate with us. Obviously, I know it's used more after our show is over with by, people like KP who host Channel 955's Midday Show on getting quick comments or even requests that you want to get in. We don't use talkback enough on our Mojo in the Morning show, but this is a great way to do it with Am I the A-Hole? Tell us about this person today. So it's Clark. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Clark wants to know if he's an a-hole. Let me play you Clark's reasoning for this.
So my wife's cousin is going to be getting married soon. I really don't want to be in the wedding. But now I found out that the wedding's actually going to be in California, which means we're going to be spending like $2,000 on plane tickets and Airbnbs and stuff. And I don't really know my wife's cousin. I think I've met her twice. I've never met her new husband. These are not people related by blood. They're just in-laws. And I don't want to spend all this money on this. Am I an a-hole? You think I can get out of this?
What do you guys think? That's an interesting one. So his wife's cousin, Clark's wife's cousin, is getting married. They want Clark and his wife, I'm assuming, right, to be in the wedding?
Mm-hmm.
And he is wondering if he's an a-hole because he's like, I don't want to spend the money. It's an out-of-town wedding. It's California. Is he an a-hole? I don't know. I don't think he's being an a-hole for this. But right away, I'd be like, I agree with you. That's annoying. I don't even want to be invited to the wedding, let alone have to be in the wedding.
He said it's his wife cousin?
Yes.
Who he's met once or twice.
If it was like her sister or something, I could understand that. It depends, I believe, on the relationship that she has with the cousin and how bad your wife wants you to go.
Right. Because if his wife is in the wedding and she is going and she is going to be there, I think he's an a-hole if he doesn't go then in that situation.
Yeah.
You can't just send her off by herself.
Yeah, but several grand for a wedding.
I understand. And you are allowed to say no.
Rent.
You are allowed to say no. I mean,
Bring Clark on with us. Clark, you there?
Oh, here?
Hey, morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning. Clark, thanks for sending the talk back to us. A quick question about this. How often do you hang with this cousin? How often is this cousin and you and your wife, are you guys together?
Almost never. My wife and I have been married for 9 years, and in all that time, I've met her cousin twice, I think, and the first time wasn't really even meeting, so I don't really know these people.
Why do they want you guys then to be in the wedding?
That's my question.
Is she really close with them?
Not really. They have phone calls every once in a while, but, not even weekly or monthly. It's maybe once a year. And to be honest with you, I don't know why they invited us. I honestly don't know. I'm left with just as many questions.
This is interesting. What does she think about it?
My wife wants to go. I'm gently trying to talk her out of it because we're trying to buy a house, too. So that money could be put to better use.
Oh, yeah. So
she wants to at least go to the wedding, which will still cost you money. But being in the wedding, that's not, she's not interested in that, right?
She wants to do whatever her cousin wants her to do. I wish she would want to do what her husband wants her to do, personally.
Will she go without you?
I don't think so. I haven't even broached the topic of her going alone because I didn't think that would be appropriate.
Yeah. All right. Either way, being in the wedding is going to cost you almost as much as being
traveling out there.
Just over there. 844 Mojo Live, 844-665-6548. Is Clark an a-hole for how he's feeling towards this thing. What do you guys think? I think he's not an a-hole for the feelings, but I think he'd be an a-hole if he left his wife hanging and didn't.
That's exactly what I said.
Support her.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I fully agree. Yeah. I mean, it's tough, man, because I understand he's got goals. He's got dreams. He wants to buy a house and start this new life with his wife in a new direction. And it's kind of like my future over this one little moment for somebody that really is insignificant. And it's like what I'm getting from him. So, like, I support that. But if your wife wants to go and this matters to her and it's her family, I don't know, man. It's a tough decision.
Megan, what are your thoughts?
I mean, how can you call him an a-hole? It's very expensive.
Yeah.
I mean,
From the girl who has
I like her.
10,000 weddings to go to.
Hey, remember when everybody called me an a-hole for this? But I don't think he's the a-hole. It's the same situation I was in.
Amanda, what's up?
Yeah, second time caller.
Hey there.
I just thanks for having me again. Last time I was online on here, it was Nate. Not a fan. This guy, I do not think you're an a-hole. I think you're a good husband. Like, I think you're very reasonable. And then to say that you're gently trying to talk her out of that, like, that's really kind.
Would she be an a-hole if she chose to go and spend all this money? Is this something they have to agree upon together?
Yes, I do think it's a 50-50 thing because, like, they're not that close, and he's trying to better their future. Like,
yeah.
I mean, what if he were to offer this money to go on a vacation rather than the wedding?
Yeah.
Like,
you got to be careful though, because if you are truly saving up for a house, you better be saving up for a house and not be spending money on stupid stuff. Cole, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going, guys? First
Morning.
time caller, long time listener.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Cole's on the phone.
Do you think Clark's an a-hole?
Well, I don't think he is. There's going to be other people that are not going to go just because of the distance of how far away it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think he's probably good. I would.
You have to hope that there are. If you're the only one that doesn't go, the distance is really far. Like if it was a wedding that was, here in town, or if the wedding. Hey, Charlotte.
I love it.
Charlotte, do you understand when we say a-hole, that's the reason why we do that? We can't say that on the radio.
Do you think our show wouldn't say the word if we could?
Yes. Charlotte, what are you thinking?
I don't think he's the a-hole, and he needs to use them buying the house as his excuse for them not going. He needs to put pressure on that.
Yeah. You know what? That's actually a good point. How much is she wanting this house that you guys are trying to buy?
Right.
She's all in. She's ready to buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. And in your living arrangements right now, what do you guys rent in?
Yeah, we rent right now.
Because I think that's how you play it.
Yeah.
You play it where it's like, hey, we are this close to possibly getting our own home. And I know it's the market's crazy and stuff. I think you say, if we go to this, it's going to push us back a little bit.
It's going to set us back.
Yeah. But then you got to think about when you're telling family, are you an a-hole to say, I'd rather put my money towards my home than go to your special moments?
I don't even think you need to.
Cousin? I think yes.
But I don't even think you
prideful.
I don't even think you need to tell them. Just say, you know what, I'm sorry, but we're not going to be able to make it. I don't think you need to give a reason why you're going to not make something.
But family, I feel like you do give the reason.
Yeah. But if it's a cousin he's only seen once.
But I mean, his wife is going to have to bear the news. It's not going to be him.
And there's going to be judgment for sure.
I actually think the cousin's the a-hole for asking people to be in her wedding that she doesn't even ever talk to.
True.
Michelle?
And expecting them to be there and travel across the country to be there.
Yeah.
Michelle, last comment on this one?
Hi, I do. First time caller, so thank you.
Hey
for
there.
Hey, Michelle's on the phone.
I'm going to say I've been married for 30 years, and I think he's a little bit of an a-hole because, for one, if this is important to his wife, he needs to take that into consideration. Guys have different things that are important to them than women do. And there's going to be things that he wants down the line that she's going to think, oh, I don't want to spend that kind of money, but he's going to want them. So it's a compromise. Just because he doesn't want to go I think he needs to reconsider that a little bit. I think that he should go. I mean, I know they're saving up for a house and everything, but is this money, are they closing on the house next week? Were they not going to have the money if they spend it, or is it like a couple years? Because if it's ways away, he could just do what he wants to do. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. Yeah, I get it. I don't know the the means, nor do I think I need to, but it is definitely going to be expensive. And listen, a few $1,000s in spending to go to a wedding is a lot of money and could be a huge portion of what you're doing. So, all right, we agree to disagree. Thank you, Clark, for being on with us. And again, send us on our Mojo in the Morning show on the iHeartRadio app. Go to our